Did you know that some of the cheapest comfort foods in your kitchen might be quietly stealing years from your life? For people over 60, these everyday meals can raise the risk of stroke, memory loss, and heart disease by more than 70%. You think you're saving money, keeping things simple, but your body pays the price in silence. Every bite seems harmless. Yet inside, those hidden fats, salts, and preservatives are quietly aging your cells, weakening your heart, clouding your mind. But here's the hope. A few smart, affordable food swaps can actually reverse the damage, help you stay clear-headed, strong, and independent into your 80s and beyond. Most older adults believe they're being wise, saving a few dollars, keeping meals quick and easy. But what many don't realize is that those small savings can quietly cost far more than money. They drain your energy, raise your blood pressure, cloud your focus, and make aging feel heavier than it should. It's not about blame, it's about awareness. Because when you understand which foods harm you and which ones heal, you regain control over your body's future. And here's the truth. Eating well after 60 doesn't mean spending more. It means spending smart. So, before we uncover which common cheap foods you should avoid, and which affordable ones can help you stay young inside, let's make sure you never miss a single tip designed for you. Before we dive deeper, if you haven't already, I'd love for you to subscribe and turn on the notification bell, so you never miss another tip made for you. And if this topic feels useful, please comment the number 9 below. If not, drop a 0. Your feedback truly helps me create content that matters. Now, let's uncover the hidden foods that could be quietly stealing your strength, and the smart, affordable choices that can help you rebuild it. Think about the last time you cooked something crispy, maybe a batch of fries or a piece of fish. You poured the leftover oil back into the bottle thinking, "It still looks clean, why waste it?" That simple act, done with good intention, might be quietly doing harm you can't see. Each time oil is reheated, it loses purity and turns into something far more dangerous. It creates compounds that don't just affect digestion, they enter your bloodstream, reach your heart, even your brain. And for adults over 60, this slow, silent damage can build up for years before symptoms ever appear. What seems like a thrifty habit might actually be one of the biggest threats hiding in your kitchen. Here's what really happens inside that pan. When you heat oil once, its molecules stay mostly stable. But each time you reheat it, those molecules break apart, forming toxic substances called aldehydes. These chemicals can damage blood vessel walls, thicken your arteries, and quietly raise the bad cholesterol that strains your heart. Even if the oil still looks golden, it's chemically changed. It's no longer food, it's stress for your body. Experts from the American Heart Association warn that aldehydes can speed up inflammation throughout the body, especially in older adults. That inflammation is what links reused oil to heart disease, memory decline, and poor circulation. So the danger isn't in the taste, it's in the invisible change you can't see. Scientific studies have confirmed what doctors have long suspected. When cooking oil is reused 3 times or more, the level of harmful aldehydes multiplies rapidly, raising the risk of arterial blockage by as much as 62%. That means your heart and brain are constantly fighting a silent battle every time you eat fried food made with reheated oil. Over time, these compounds make your blood vessels less flexible, your heart weaker, and your circulation slower. You might not feel it right away, maybe just a little fatigue, some dizziness or memory lapses, but the damage quietly builds up. That's why heart specialists often call reused oil the invisible killer in the kitchen. It doesn't strike fast. It steals vitality slowly. Let me tell you about Mr. Harold, a 71-year-old retired mechanic from Texas. He lived alone after his wife passed and liked keeping things simple. Every week, he fried a little fish or chicken, poured the leftover oil back into the same bottle, and told himself it was harmless. For years, nothing seemed wrong, until he began feeling dizzy and short of breath after climbing a few steps. A medical checkup revealed severe carotid artery blockage, cutting off blood flow to his brain. His doctor traced it back to years of reheating oil. Harold was shocked. He had never smoked, rarely drank, but his saving habit with oil had quietly damaged his arteries. He later said, "If I had known something so small could hurt me this much, I would have thrown that oil out long ago." So now, I'd like to ask you, have you ever reused cooking oil, thinking it was still good enough? If so, don't feel guilty. Many of us were taught to save, not to waste. But today, you know better. You know that a few extra cents saved on oil could quietly cost years of heart health. If you're still using the same bottle of oil more than once, it might be time to reconsider. And if this message resonates with you, please comment the word "consider" below. It tells me you've learned something important today. Simple awareness can protect your heart and brain more than you realize. Because sometimes the smallest change in the kitchen can make the biggest difference in your future. And you know what? The next one is even more common. Something you might have eaten just yesterday thinking it was harmless. Let's talk about it. They're small, quick, and cheap. But instant noodles are truly a spark for a weak heart. You can find them everywhere, in dollar stores, gas stations, or tucked in the back of your pantry. They look innocent, even comforting, especially on nights when you don't feel like cooking. But for older adults, that little packet can quietly become one of the most harmful meals you'll ever eat. Each time you pour boiling water over those curly noodles, you're creating a mix of salt, fat, and preservatives that your body struggles to handle. Inside that colorful wrapper lies more than 1,500 milligrams of sodium, nearly the entire daily limit for most adults. For someone over 60, that much salt acts like fuel on a fading flame. It raises your blood pressure, strains your arteries, and forces your heart to work harder than it should. Over time, this constant pressure weakens the vessels that supply blood to your brain, raising the risk of stroke or memory loss. But the danger doesn't end with sodium. Most instant noodles are fried in cheap, oxidized oil before packaging, filling them with saturated and trans fats that inflame your cells from within. And here's something few people know. They also contain TBHQ, a petroleum-based preservative that helps them last longer on the shelf. Studies suggest that TBHQ can interfere with immune function and even trigger nerve inflammation, something no one with arthritis, diabetes, or early memory issues should risk. So, what feels like a comforting meal is actually a chemical cocktail your body was never meant to digest. You might think, it's just an occasional snack, but the truth is, for seniors, even eating instant noodles 3 or 4 times a week can have lasting effects. Let me tell you about Linda, a 68-year-old grandmother from Ohio. After her husband passed, she started eating noodles often, quick, easy, and cheap. At first, she thought nothing of it, but within a year, her doctor noticed her blood pressure rising sharply, and her memory tests showed signs of early decline. When she switched to homemade soups and oats, her clarity returned. Linda said softly, "I thought I was just filling my stomach. I didn't realize I was starving my mind." If you've ever reached for a cup of instant noodles because it was easy, please don't feel ashamed. We've all been there. If this message hits home, comment, "I've done that," below. It tells me you're learning and ready to make small changes that matter. Because awareness is the first step to healing. And remember, food isn't just about filling hunger, it's about feeding your strength. But even if you've decided to stay away from instant noodles, there's another breakfast staple quietly working against your health. One that might be sitting on your kitchen counter right now. Let's take a closer look. Those shiny cans stacked neatly in your pantry may look like a blessing for quick meals. Tuna, soup, beans, or vegetables. They save time, they're inexpensive, and they seem harmless. But the truth is, many of those convenient cans are quiet salt bombs waiting to go off inside your body. They're not as innocent as they appear. Most canned foods, even the ones labeled healthy, are loaded with sodium levels over 1,000 milligrams per can. That's nearly half of what older adults should have in an entire day, in just one serving. For someone living with high blood pressure, that much salt can cause serious strain on the heart, kidneys, and brain. It holds on to water in your body, increases swelling, and forces your heart to pump harder to keep up. Over time, this extra pressure silently weakens your arteries, increasing the risk of heart attack and stroke. But salt isn't the only hidden danger. Inside each can is a thin inner coating, often made with BPA, bisphenol A, a chemical used to prevent rust and leakage. When food sits in that can for months or years, tiny amounts of BPA can leach into your meal. Studies show that BPA may interfere with hormones, disrupt metabolism, and even contribute to memory and mood changes in older adults. For someone already facing fatigue or brain fog, it's a problem that sneaks up quietly. You might think you're eating something simple, but your body is handling far more stress than it should. Let me share a real story. George, 74, from California, lived alone and enjoyed his canned tuna. It was easy, quick, and inexpensive, the perfect bachelor meal. He ate it several times a week, believing fish was always healthy. But after a few years, his doctor noticed early signs of kidney strain and elevated blood pressure. Further tests revealed excessive sodium intake and traces of BPA buildup in his blood. George was stunned. He said, "I thought I was doing the right thing, eating protein, staying light. I never imagined something so small could have such a big impact." So, what can you do? First, don't panic. This isn't about throwing everything away, it's about making smarter choices. Reading labels, draining and rinsing canned foods, and choosing low-sodium, BPA-free options when possible. Small changes truly make a difference. If you've ever stocked your pantry with canned goods, drop a number 9 below. That simple comment will remind you, and others, to check the label next time before buying. Sounds a little worrying? Don't let it, because up next we'll talk about something even more common, a food that many of us enjoy each morning without realizing it's quietly draining our energy from the inside out. They look sweet, harmless, even comforting. A small treat to go with your morning coffee or tea. But those cheap, sugary cookies sitting in your kitchen might be doing far more harm than you realize. They're not just empty calories. They're tiny traps. Silent sugar bombs that can age your brain twice as fast as time itself. Here's what makes them so dangerous. Most store-bought cookies are made with refined sugar and trans fats, two ingredients that work together like a slow poison. Refined sugar floods your bloodstream, causing your body to release bursts of insulin that tire your cells. Meanwhile, trans fats, the kind found in cheap shortening and processed oils, stiffen your blood vessels and break down collagen, the very protein that keeps your skin, joints, and brain strong. Over time, this deadly combination doesn't just add pounds, it dulls memory, lowers concentration, and accelerates the aging process inside your brain. You might think it's just fatigue or age, but sometimes it's sugar quietly wearing you down. Research shows that people who consume more than 25 grams of sugar per day have a 48% higher risk of early memory decline. That's less than a handful of cookies. Just a few bites can start the damage. Sugar doesn't only harm your body, it reshapes how your brain communicates, reducing focus and clarity. That's why, after a sugar-heavy snack, you may feel an instant high, followed by a deep, draining crash. It's not your imagination. It's your body struggling to stabilize what shouldn't have spiked in the first place. Let me tell you about Evelyn, a 69-year-old retiree from Florida. She loved her mornings. A cup of coffee, 2 small cookies, and the newspaper. It felt peaceful, like a ritual she had earned. But, over time, she noticed she was often tired by mid-morning, her mind foggy, her focus fading. When her doctor ran blood tests, her glucose levels were high and her triglycerides had doubled. Evelyn was stunned. She thought she was just enjoying a little sweetness, not feeding inflammation every day. Once she switched to oatmeal and fruit, her energy returned. Her doctor said her brain function improved within weeks. She smiled and said, "I didn't know feeling clear could feel this good again." If you're still watching this and find these insights helpful, please comment the number 9 below. It tells me you're still here, learning and choosing health over habit. Because awareness is the first step to change, and every mindful choice counts. So instead of avoiding every sweet thing, let's shift focus. In the next part, we'll uncover the 4 affordable foods that can actually protect your heart, sharpen your memory, and help you age gracefully, one smart bite at a time. Don't fear cholesterol. An egg is one of the cheapest, most complete sources of nutrition on the planet. It's small, simple, and often overlooked, yet packed with everything your body needs to stay strong, alert, and balanced. For decades, eggs were blamed for raising cholesterol, but new research shows something surprising. For most people, moderate egg consumption can actually improve heart health and brain function. Each egg is a perfect package of 9 essential amino acids, the building blocks your muscles and tissues need to stay firm and resilient with age. That's especially important after 60, when muscle loss happens faster and recovery takes longer. Just 1 or 2 eggs a day can help preserve strength, stability, and energy, giving you the confidence to keep moving freely and independently. And it's not just about muscle. Inside the golden yolk lies choline, a nutrient essential for memory, focus, and nerve communication. Choline helps your brain form the connections that keep your thoughts sharp and your mood steady. According to a recent study from the Journal of Gerontology, seniors who ate 1 to 2 eggs daily had a 27% lower risk of cognitive decline compared to those who avoided them. That means something as small as your breakfast choice could help you stay mentally clear for years longer. And eggs also carry a powerful mix of vitamin D, lutein, and antioxidants, all vital for bone strength, vision, and immune balance. They're simple, familiar, and affordable, yet remarkably protective when eaten in moderation. Let me share a real story. Robert, a 70-year-old retired teacher from Illinois, used to skip breakfast or grab pastries with his coffee. He often felt sluggish by midday, his focus drifting, his energy too. After learning about the benefits of eggs, he began eating 2 boiled eggs every morning with a little fruit. Within weeks, his doctor noticed improved cholesterol levels, and Robert said he felt clearer, steadier, and awake again. He laughed and told me, "I never thought something so simple could make me feel this good." If you're an egg lover too, comment Egg Team below. Let me know you're part of the group choosing strength and clarity over myths and fear, because when you feed your body well, your mind follows. And speaking of energy, there's another humble, affordable food that can boost your stamina, support your heart, and keep your digestion calm. A simple vegetable that costs less than a cup of coffee but delivers far more. Let's explore it next. A single sweet potato costs less than a cup of coffee, yet it can do what no brain supplement ever could. It nourishes your body from the inside out, protecting your heart, your memory, and your energy. It's simple, colorful, and gentle, one of the most underrated treasures in the kitchen. Sweet potatoes are packed with beta-carotene, a powerful antioxidant that your body converts into vitamin A. This nutrient doesn't just keep your eyes sharp, it shields your nerve cells from damage and keeps your brain communication strong. For older adults, that means better memory, quicker focus, and a slower aging process in the brain. It's like giving your mind a natural tune-up, one bite at a time. But that's not all. Sweet potatoes are naturally rich in fiber and complex carbohydrates, which release energy slowly, helping you stay steady throughout the day. They keep your blood sugar balanced, preventing the highs and lows that can cause fatigue and irritability. And unlike processed foods, they don't trigger insulin spikes. So they're especially good for anyone managing diabetes or prediabetes. Even your gut benefits. Their fiber supports healthy digestion, keeping your system calm and regular, which is something every senior can appreciate. Let me tell you about Grace, a 73-year-old retired librarian from Michigan. For years, she struggled with fatigue and bloating. Her doctor suggested cutting down on processed carbs and trying natural starches like boiled sweet potatoes. So she made a small change. 1 sweet potato every morning with a sprinkle of cinnamon. Within weeks, she said her energy felt stable again, her digestion smoother, and her mood lighter. "I didn't just feel full," she smiled. "I felt nourished." That's the quiet power of real food. Humble, affordable, and healing. Sweet potatoes remind us that nutrition doesn't need to come from a bottle. Sometimes it grows right from the ground, waiting for us to rediscover it. And if you're looking for a food that's just as affordable but even more powerful for your heart, the next one might surprise you. It's tiny, simple, and can help strengthen your arteries with every bite. It was once called poor man's food. But for generations in Okinawa, lentils and red beans have quietly fueled some of the longest-living people on Earth. They're simple, inexpensive, and full of what your body truly needs: nourishment that heals from the inside out. These humble beans are packed with soluble fiber and plant protein, a powerful duo that helps lower cholesterol and steady blood sugar naturally. Instead of weighing your body down, they keep your arteries clear and your heart calm. Their slow-digesting carbs release energy evenly, preventing the sudden highs and lows that drain older adults. A small bowl of lentils can do more for your heart than most fancy foods combined. Let me share a story. Pauline, 66, from Arizona, had struggled with high cholesterol for years. Her doctor suggested adding a handful of red beans to her daily meals. She started mixing them into her salads every lunch. Within 8 weeks, her cholesterol dropped dramatically, and she said she felt lighter, clearer, and more awake than she had in years. If you're still watching, please comment number 9 below. That tells me you're part of #Team9, the ones who take small steps for big change. And if you think beans are impressive, just wait. The next food might already be waiting quietly in your freezer, ready to protect your heart in the simplest way. Don't underestimate that bag of frozen vegetables sitting quietly in your freezer. It might actually be fresher and healthier than the ones in your fridge. Most people don't realize it, but frozen vegetables often keep more vitamins than fresh produce that's been sitting for a week. Here's why. Right after harvest, vegetables are flash frozen, locking in up to 90% of their nutrients. That means antioxidants, vitamins, and minerals stay intact even after months in storage. They fight inflammation, support memory, and protect your immune system, all while saving you money and time. No chopping, no wilting, no waste. Just heat and enjoy a meal full of life. Let me share a story. Deborah, 72, from Colorado, loved fresh produce but found it spoiled too quickly. She switched to frozen mixed vegetables, adding a serving to her lunch and dinner every day. Within 2 months, her digestion improved, her energy returned, and her doctor noticed her immune markers had strengthened. She said, "I didn't expect something so simple to make me feel this alive again." You see, sometimes the smartest choices are the simplest ones. Frozen vegetables prove that healthy living doesn't have to be complicated or costly. It just has to be consistent. And as we move forward, let's step back and reflect on everything we've learned. Because how you eat today truly shapes how you live tomorrow. Growing older doesn't make you weak. It's the small choices you make each day that decide how young you'll feel inside. Your strength, your energy, your clarity, they're all built one meal at a time. Remember, eating right doesn't have to be expensive. It doesn't take fancy diets or special powders, just consistency and care. A few simple foods, chosen wisely, can rebuild your heart, your brain, and your confidence. So before your next meal, pause for a second. Ask yourself, will this food add to my years or quietly take them away? That single question can reshape your future more than any pill ever could. Now, I'd love to hear from you. What's one thing you learned today, and how will you apply it this week? If this video helped you, comment number 9. If not, drop a 0 so I can improve. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to join the #Stroke Series community. Live healthy, live strong, live longer.